Oh, he's getting it now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Metal Customs. We are back on the 1978 Dodge Warlock, and what we're going to start on this week is the dash. I finally got the dash painted. I'll let y'all check that out up close here in just a second. So let's get all of the accessories that we have, get everything bolted back on so we can get this dash in the truck. But let me give you a quick look. I really like this hot rod black. It just turned out perfect for this dash. Yeah, this paint laid down really well. Didn't have no issues with it, sprayed good. Now I've done all this with just my basic, what I call a touch-up gun. Give y'all a front view here. Yeah, didn't turn out too bad, did it? And I got all of my stuff laid out here, I believe all of it, that we need to bolt in. So, without yapping, let's get to working. as much of the dash together as I can. Still missing some parts. That as far as that'll pull down. There's just going to be some little gaps there. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be like maybe a little seal that goes around this or whatever. I'm going to do some research and see, but at least it is together. The other parts that I took out, all of that's fine. But before we put this dash in, go over and see what Casey's up to. I know he got the transmission cooler. Transmission cooler, trans lines are done, right?
Yes, sir.
Done. He says they're done, so they're done. Now what are we doing? Seats?
Yes, sir.
All right. He brought us some real nice seats out of a newer model Ford truck. We're going to make them fit. So let me go over here and help Casey with that. All right. You see we got the seats in there. This is basically a 3-part seat. You got a left and a right, and then the center right here. So what Casey's doing now is getting them all bolted together.
No, then.
So we'll get them bolted together, and then we're going to have to make some pieces and stuff for them fit correctly. And oh yeah. Once Casey gets all them bolts in there, we're going to try out our new Hercules 12-volt extended reach 3/8 ratchet. I'll do a little quick review and a different video on this, showing y'all this and the charger and whatnot. But yeah, so far so good. Alright, as y'all could have guessed, this is nowhere near fitting. What we're going to have to do is go in here and trim some of this out so that it will set down into here. And we're going to have to redo a lot of this center right here. Basically rebolt this here where it won't move and come in and cut this here. We have to cut 3 inches out of this, because once this falls down, that's where we'll have 3 inches. So, some drilling, some bolts, and some sawzalling. But in the meantime, what we figured we would do was go ahead and get this plastic cover going our way. Ain't that pretty? Yeah, it's a clear, it's called a dash cap. Dash cap, yeah. And it's just a hollow piece of plastic, basically. But it'll go over all this ugly. We're going to show you pretty much a step-by-step of how to install one of these. So let me get the camera on the bipod and we'll get at it. Alright, first things first, we have to get this cleaned, and we've got to cut down these high spots. When this stuff cracks open, as y'all can plainly see, it rises up. We cannot have that. So we have this crack here we've got to deal with. One right here on the corner that we need to clean up. Then of course that one there. And I think I'm just going to take the grinder and go over it. Just cut it all away. I think that'll be a quick, easy, best bet. When I say grinder, I mean just the regular grinder. With some electricity. Rock and roll. What I was doing was trying to be particular, like on these here. Go ahead and grind them down, that way they won't just pop up later. I know there's a little one here, but I don't think that makes a whole lot of difference. But as you can see, I got that ground down where it ain't humped up no more. And that's a big thing. Now, you may want to get some orange first, because this is filthy. We're going to get this thing just as clean as we can possibly get it. We're going to use orange cleaner, and it says to clean it with alcohol or ammonia-based window cleaner, but we're going to use alcohol. Thanks. we'll keep on and get this cleaned up, then we'll move on to the next step. All right, got that clean well with the fast orange. And what we come to figure out is, I reckon y'all see that okay? See that hole? How crappy that is. Yeah, and that's making it where it doesn't fit down on their well. So, here, you can have this. Without messing it up, I'm going to take the Dremel and try to clean this hole up a little bit without messing it up. Yeah, that's plenty. A light pressure, just run across there lightly. Yeah, that looks a lot better, as you can tell, because I said so. But that's the way to do it. Now what do we need to do, Casey? Test fit and see just how everything works out. Casey actually read the directions. Yeah, I know, it's awesome, ain't it? I didn't know he could read neither. Blew my mind. Alright, now, well, the outers seem to fit. All of that's going to fit just fine.
Center still holding you off?
It's this center.
Heat gun's right here.
Yeah, you think it's the heat gun or grind more?
Heat gun it.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, the center is holding it off. We're going to try a little bit of heat gun action, see if that'll do it. I need something.
Hold it. Or the
Alright, did you see that heat wick to that? So, you're just going to hold it until it cools down. Yeah, it's a little warm, but hey, this is what you do when you're doing stuff like this. But without doing that, it would have never fit. Probably cold enough now. Yeah. And now it actually fits in there. Still going to push some in that center, but it's a lot better than it was, ain't it? Yeah, I think that's just about as good as it's going to fit on there. Alright, now, I've got a piece of cardboard, bubble wrap or something where I can flip this. Yeah, the center hole in this thing sucks. As far as the product goes, I like it except for a center hole. It just, well, it didn't fit even when we took it right out of the box. So this is what I wanted to see. And figure out what, once we get the glue on it, what these plastic clamps probably work.
yeah.
Alright, let's grab plenty of them. Okay, this one will go here and hold it down. The rest of them will be around the edges, right? You know what, after this is all said and done, clamped up, I think the man's going to have to go in here and trim it.
Yep.
Because it looks like it's setting just a little too high, guys. Yeah, I think some trimming's going to be involved. So, let's, here you go, Case. Get this thing wiped down with alcohol, get it 100% clean, and then our glue and just clamp it. How long did this have to let it sit and dry?
4 hours.
4 hours. Dang. It's a lot of drying time. Alright. Alright, grab the glue.
If it's ready yet. If it's ready yet.
That was close.
He caught my little hole that's ripped here and unclipped it.
And that was Casey. He almost knocked the camera down and broke it maliciously. Had to throw in that maliciously.
Would I have broke the camera or would I have dropped all the viewers?
You would have broke the camera.
Yeah, but
That would have been bad.
would have dropped all the viewers at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff ain't nowhere near ready.
How hard is it?
It's
It says to boil this in hot water. Like, yeah, everybody's got a stove and hot water out at their shop, right? I don't think so. There ain't even no sunshine out, Casey.
There was. I set it up there. Now there's not.
Well, by the time we go in the house and get some hot water, guess what? It'll be cold.
Yeah.
So what, take the heat gun to it?
I would. Just don't overheat it. You cause everything to pop. It'll pop.
Alright, you're supposed to heat this up. This is one of them, don't do as I do sort of things. Now what's the directions say?
1/4 inch away from the edge. So I don't like. But what they want.
Here, I'll do it. We had a bad tube there. I got some of this basic fix-all adhesive that I use on a lot of stuff. And that'll help that. There's a crack right there. And of course these cracks are right here. This is the kind of stuff that isn't in the directions, but I think a person needs to do it anyway. Hold this around here. Alright. Stuff here works pretty good. Picked this up at the Dollar Tree. Some cheap stuff from Super Glue. Alright. Let's throw this bad boy on there and get her clamped down, I reckon. I mean, it looks, I don't see no gap in here, do you?
No.
No, the bottom fit good. It was that top that was really far out that needed a lot of clamping on it. And that's all the clamps we got in the case.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately.
Alright, well, I think that's plenty and that'll hold up good. Alright, well, now, let this sit here for 4 days and 3 nights and let it dry. Then after that, looks like we'll probably have to come in and trim these edges, but we'll put it together on the dash first and see how it fits before we do any trimming. Alright, now we're ready to get back to the seats.
I reckon, yeah.
Alright, back to the seats. Got everything cut down, and I mean, when I say cut down, we cut a lot out. But they got that seat sitting in there just right. That is as far back as it'll go. So as you can see, the seat leaning back enough where it's going to be comfortable. This is as far back as we can go with the seat itself, because that is how much room we have. It is close. The seat's a lot bigger than the factory seat we took out. But me personally, I like it, and I think it's going to be a lot more comfortable. So what we're going to do is just leave it sitting here. We have not drilled no holes, thrown no bolts in it. We want the owner to come and sit in it and see how he likes it before we go to drilling and bolting it in. Steering wheel, I was just sitting here just for mock-up so we can see the distance here. But I think next we're probably going to put the dash in. I think that'll be a good thing. Alright, well we got the dash in. Yeah, that all turned out pretty good. Casey's hooking up a final ground wire right now because we're about ready to do an electrical check. But as you can see, the dash went in. Of course, Casey's in the way, you can't see much. Now you can see it. Yeah, that turned out really good. And we got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, some nuts and bolts here. We've run through, make sure a bunch of this electrical was hooked up. And what we're not sure of, like this white wire here, we're just going to leave it here where it won't touch nothing. And we can take our multimeter and test all of that. But yeah, not looking too shabby. Old truck's really coming together. So now, let Casey get this ground wire done and do a recheck on some other wiring before we pop a battery in it and do an electrical basic test. Well, we've run through, we don't see anything bad on the electrical that we can see. So I've got this good battery, what I say, that 12.4 volts in it. I didn't test the amps, don't care, we're not trying to start it, we're just doing an electrical test. But I'm going to show you something on these old vehicles that's pretty cool and an easy way to see if you already have a short. So you test light for Casey. Go ahead and hook up your height. Alright, and instead of hooking your ground up, take your test light. There's a short somewhere in this vehicle. If there was not a short, this would not light up.
Gotcha.
So,
reading it as a hot.
yeah, the easiest way to do it is leave this on the battery. Because yeah, I mean, that's a ground, it's going to ground. And just start pulling fuses. When that light goes out, then you know you've isolated the circuit. Well, and I'm not going to get all that on camera, but that's an easy way to find shorts in these older basic carbureted vehicles. Alright guys, y'all see the lights on. We don't have a short. I forgot we have the doors open. I shut that door and the switch that turns on the dome light. Go ahead, Casey. See? Now the switch is off, no power. So that's telling us this electrical's good. So now we're going to go ahead and hook up our ground wire and just go through and check lights, see if any gauges move, and this, that, and the other thing. Well, the electrical test went fine. We have, we got one dash light not working, I think. Alright, you know, that's a bulb. Like one of the blinker indicators inside's not working, that's a bulb. The blinkers work, the headlights work. We have windshield wipers, fan blower, everything we turned on seemed to work fine. No fires, no meltdowns, so that's hard to beat. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week. It's all the time we have, but we did get a lot done, and more important, we got some good work done. What we done turned out well, and we didn't have no issues or problems. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. We sure appreciate it. If you would, throw us down some comments, and please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, I hope that everyone has a fantastic day.